Hey, what's going on? It's cousin Randy out here for your Chug and Chant. It's beautiful San Francisco rooftop and a backdrop here, but man, I got my hockey stuff on now because it's football season's over. I got to move on to something else. Cousin Randy's got to find a way, but I'm gonna give one last chant here for the Super Bowl and who I think really is disappointing. Let me chug this little chant about it. All right. Bengals, I'm sorry. Your coach isn't good. Zach Taylor is not a good coach. He got lucky throughout this year. Joe Burrow had an amazing year, but they got to protect this guy going forward. Most sacks in the league by a mile. First time anyone's ever gotten to the Super Bowl being led in sacks. Probably not going to happen again. In the Super Bowl, you go for a stupid fourth down to start it off, give your momentum away. Then you have 3 chances to convert. All you need is 1 yard. You throw one away. Then you run the ball. And then you can't protect Joe Burrow enough to get a ball out. Lastly, why is Joe Mixon not in the game? Your best running back, Pro Bowler. I don't understand what this guy's calling. He's gotten lucky. 5 out of the last 8 games he won were by kicks at the end of the game. That's not going to happen again. Next year, those typically go the opposite way. Zach Taylor got lucky, rode the coattails of some lucky wins, some fortunate bounces, and an incredible season by Joey B. But eventually, he's going to be the reason Joey B doesn't get back to a Super Bowl. And that's the scariest part there, Bengals fans. Zach Taylor's going to hold back Joe Burrow because he's not a good coach. Worst in the division. How are you going to keep winning, making the Super Bowl when you're worst in the division? I don't know. Worst head coach in the division usually means you're not making the playoffs. Scary thoughts for the Bengals here going forward. Zach Taylor, not a good coach. You heard her here first from Cousin Randy. G-Man T-Money. Y'all agree with me, right?
Oh, cousin Randy throwing it down. Not only throwing the beer down, T-Money, but throwing down the gauntlet on Zach Taylor. Cousin Randy not happy with the Cincinnati loss there, man.
No, he didn't seem that happy. Hey, I'm going to try to be positive about it. Zach Taylor turned this team around. He's got to have some sort of influence on it. It can't be just Joe Burrow, even though that man can carry a load with those broad, sexy shoulders of his. So, but you know, hey, the guy.
I see you got a pair of his sunglasses.
I did have a pair of the Joe Cool sunglasses, so it was fun wearing those, but I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but he definitely made some mistakes that make you wonder what the hell he was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know about Randy saying he's the worst head coach in that division. I mean, we really think he's worse than Kevin Stefanski?
I don't know, man. He turned that team around. He's a great runner, had a great offense with the Vikings, took, Case Keenum to the championship game.
Oh, please, please.
I'm just saying, like, pretty decent repertoire here. So Zach Taylor had 1 good season. So
the Bengals earned their first playoff win in 31 seasons. They went 10-7 and won the AFC North title. And that game against the Raiders, they had 66,000 people there, the largest for a pro football game ever in Cincinnati. And Zach Taylor just got his contract extended today. So they extended his contract. So they're bringing him back, man.
Not surprising, one. But yeah, it's just, who knows? I just don't want one lucky year to dictate the next 10 years of us being mediocre. That's what scares me, is wasting Joe Burrow on someone that got lucky because Joe Burrow was elite one time.
Yeah, well, they got to fill that offensive line hole. They're going to fill that offensive line hole. There's a lot of cap space for them to do that. They're going to go into free agency and pull some people in like Kansas City did last year, and they're going to shore up that line for Joey B. The better team won that Super Bowl. The Bengals could not block the Rams. Yeah. They couldn't block them on the run. They couldn't block them on the pass. Burrow sacked again 7 times. They're going to plug that hole. And I think they're going to be fine, man. It was a great year this year.
Yeah.
Look at the playoffs. All the final 7 games of the playoffs, 6 of them were the spread was 3 points, and the 7th one went to overtime. Amazing year this year, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
112 million people watched the Super Bowl. 112 million. That's the best in 5 years. So people were psyched up this year about the NFL, and they watched that Super Bowl game.
No, yeah, I agree with you. It was a great year. And they got to protect Joey B. I think the biggest question with Zach Taylor will come when Joe Burrow gets his massive contract extension and they no longer can pay everyone around him. Then how well can Zach Taylor coach when you don't have the resources of an elite safety and an elite cornerback and an elite receiver? You only have a few elite people instead of a lot of elite and mediocre people. That's when coaching will really come into play.
Well, thank you, Cousin Randy, for getting the discussion going. Team Money, great job there. Hey, we hope you love the Chug and Chant this week. It's a special segment brought to you by Father, Son, and Holy Sport Podcast Network. If you're interested in being a guest on the Chug and Chant, maybe guest Chug with us, let us know. And if you love the show, press the like and subscribe. Look for us where you find all your podcasts. You can check us out on our website, buy some merchandise, FatherSonAndHolySport.com. On behalf of Team Money, I'm G-Man. We'll see you next week.
See ya.